Hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Please invite your friends. And it's not the time we go live, but there is an atheist and he is very angry, and I understand. I mean, you are an atheist, so what I can do about it. But before we go and talk about atheist, a Muslim, he is in the bushes. He is so excited, and he posted this comment. He said, if Jesus was God, did he pray to himself? Or did God pray to him? Or both? Does that mean God prayed to himself? Abdul, because you are Abdul and you do not know that Christians believe in the Trinity, you ask such a silly question. So Jesus speaks to the Father speaks to the Son. So because you are Abdul, and your God even himself do not know even what the Trinity is, to the point he think that Mary, she is the wife of God in Christianity. And he married her, and they have a son, his name is Jesus. This is what the stupid Quran teach you. So before you come and try to be logical, I mean, a Muslim and logical, I mean, is that a joke? Shouldn't you ask your God, what kind of God you do not know even what the Christian believe? So before you open your mouth or your refrigerator and you dump whatever you have there on us, go and fix your religion. A person speak about logic, he don't have logic. I mean, is it logical that if you believe in God, he will make your penis endless? I mean, what's wrong if it's 6 foot only? I mean, should it be endless? I mean, the size matter? You are Darwinism. It was small, and there's evolution is going to be endless. So anyway, this is Abdul, we answer him. Now we go to other kind of Abdul. He is an atheist. This is a comment he just posted an hour ago. Actually, I wasn't planning to go. As you know, I'm taking a break from my throat. But this atheist is so upset. And you know what? I don't want to make the atheist upset. I mean, come on, they would take me to the zoo. And they will start throwing bananas at me. So look at what this Abdul, he said. His name is Hell Knight. Hell Knight? What a nice name. You are going straight there. CP Aka Christian Abdul. Please stick to the exposing Islam because you are superhero. Okay, like a superhero when it's come to Islam. But a boiled potato when it's come to atheism. See, I'm laughing like a monkey now just to support your theory. It's come to atheist, okay, or Darwin, or evolutionary science, science, what is that? And I still admire your work. Please don't, please, you're an atheist, admire my work. Are you stupid or what? I mean, a person who speaks about God and he says we should believe in God, and then you admire my work, you should see a doctor. But again, stay away from speaking about topic. You are not good at as you honestly become the Abdul we laugh at. Now, this is my challenge to this potato in front of you. If you are in the comment section in the chat, give me one. Tell me what your name is Skype. I will open Skype for you and let everybody see who is the silly. Is that fair, guys? Because, you know, you can post comment, I can post comment too. You can say things, I can say things too. But a real debate is what matter. I'm not going to ask you to believe in God, but I want to ask you what you believe. And you will find yourself in 2 seconds in trouble. You don't know what you believe. You are just an atheist. You are just a confused person. So, you know, when you say that you are smarter than Muslims, you are not. I mean, look at the silly atheism. Read with me carefully what he said, just to show you how silly this person is. He said, let me highlight, let me try to zoom more. The problem with this thing, okay, let us make it bigger. Hold on. Maybe that will be better. I'm not sure. Is the whole text coming from your side, guys? Or you cannot see from both sides? If there's any things is eaten by YouTube? I expanded extra so we can get more. So look what he said. Excuse me, my throat is not doing good. because, you know, we used to be monkeys and now there's no real banana no more, and, you know, like the family is, you know, missing the roots, you know. I want to go back to the jungle. Okay, so he said, look what he said. Atheists should sleep with their sister. First, I did not say that, you idiot. You are a certified monkey. I never say that. I said if you're an atheist, what is stopping you from sleeping with your sister? You cannot even listen. I'm not saying you should sleep with your sister. Anyway, I would never say such a thing. I'm saying if you are an atheist, then shouldn't you do what monkeys do? I mean, do monkey have a sister? Do monkey have a mother? I mean, they don't know what mother mean. They do not know what sister mean. So if you are an atheist and you believe you are just an animal, that's mean nothing changed. You are still an animal. And just to show you how your theory is so stupid, here we go. We started with this. You are dead. Because if evolution is true, well, okay, evolution of the body, evolution of the brain, evolution of morality. I mean, how stupid is that? Even morality have evolution? So morality have nothing to do with animals. Here we go, all the animals who they are under your theory. By the way, it's a theory, it's just a stupid theory. There's no proof of it. You worship theories. So all the animals who they are under your theory, okay, do they have moral? How come animals don't have moral? You know, I can say, okay, well, cat, she take care of her babies. You know, this is this is what I believe, that God, he put in the female, doesn't matter what female, animal or a human, that she love her babies, right? So this is for this for the sake of surviving and to reproduce. But after that, there's zero. Zero. When the baby became bigger enough, the mother cat, she will not even take care to even say hello. You know, she will fight with her over food. So they are animals, they care only for food, survival. But do they have any evolution of morality? Do they knew there is a dog, he knew that this is his sister, he will not sleep with her? So your theory, and this is what makes you angry now, because I say if you are an atheist, then what is stopping you from doing such a thing? Nothing. So why you stop doing it? If you stop doing it, that's because you live in a society. Isn't it your Darwin who says that the person is the son of his I don't know what the word in English, like atmosphere or things around him? This is what happened to you. You are born of a society full of Christians, so you steal our morality and you claim that you have it. Where is it coming from? Either you are a person who believes that you are an animal and then you stay as an animal, because evolution will not involve evolution of morality. There's nothing is called morality for animals. They don't have it. All the scientific study, nobody came that there is a moral animal. That's a lie. That is a joke. People will laugh at you. Male monkeys, they kill their own babies to eat them. Male cats, they kill their own babies to eat them. That is what animals. So after all the evolution, so all the animals, you see, when we believe in the evolution stupid thing, I can accept this evolution thing is like, okay, you know, somebody he live in the mountains, so his chest will be able to handle more, he will not get tired faster because he is used to it, you know. But this is not really evolution, you know. It's like you used to, let us say, you adopt the situation. So you live always in an area have a low oxygen, so your body adopt the low oxygen, but does not mean that your body change. That is a stupid theory. So when we say why you are not sleeping with your sister? That's a question you need to answer. Look what you say. Well, according to you, we all come from Adam. Look at the logic. So we are related. Okay. If you were not virgin, you would be sleeping with your relative too. That's the most stupid answer ever. You see, when Adam is created, well, there is no other choice for Adam, you know, except one Eve. Adam, he did not go to a dating website, and then his sons, when he have sons, he have daughters, they go to a dating website, he say, let us find a different person from different family. So here you see that you are very naive. You don't even have a brain of a cat. I mean, a cat will say meow. You are trying to say ow when you are just a cat. I mean, you don't even make a voice. So this is your refutation to me, and this is your answer. So how they are going to be not sleeping with their sisters if there's no other options? Again, that was for reproducing purpose. It was not the sex the purpose. So we as a Christian, we believe that God, he created some kind of joy, we call it sexual joy, in a human being. So human being, he will do it, even animals, he will not consider it as a job. Otherwise, you know, the race of a human being will disappear. Imagine if sex something a human being he hate to do. We would not have, we don't have a human. People would, that's it, we will end. So because of the joy, people they seek it. There's a joy in it. There's a joy in the companion, there's a joy in the sex, there is a joy in the relationship, there's a joy in love, there's a joy, there's many joys God he gave you. And all what God he says to you, do it the right way. But the right way is not the purpose of it. It's not like God is making a law, and that law is, you know, you follow the law, or you are you know, an evil person. The law is for your benefit, not for the benefit of God. So you are doing evil to yourself. You are not an evil person, but you are doing evil to yourself. So as an example now, people, they go sleep around from person to partner to partner to partner, and then they end having sexual disease. You know, just search for sexual disease, you will be scared. You will be terrified. So did the morality which is taught to us by God is useful to fight sexual disease? Yes. If everybody keep the book, everybody follow the book, we will not fail into such a disease and trap. If a man don't go vacation, cheating his wife, and have, you know, like you will see in the Middle East, this is very popular in the Middle East, they go overseas, and the first thing they do, they find hookers. They sleep with them. They get AIDS, they come back home. This is why in the Middle East, in Islamic countries, diseases spread like fire. Because since the oil came, they start, you know, having money to go vacation when nobody can afford what they can do. I mean, they have a lot of money. So they go there, there's those beautiful women who they are just selling themselves for sex, and then they do what they want to do. But so morality was not for the purpose of worshiping God. Morality was for the purpose of saving yourself from your stupidity. So when we say we are Christians, when we have morality, and we ask you where your morality coming from, you have no answer. If you are an atheist and you are listening to me, if I say to you, where is your morality is coming from? Can somebody answer me? If you believe you are an animal, well, animal, they have animal morality, which is zero. Almost zero, except like the mother, she take care of her babies. What else? You know what I mean? And then he says, you act like there's only religious morality. Well, okay, tell me, morality come from where? You see, he's laughing at himself. Guys, you act as there is only religious morality. Okay, when Bill Gates, he gave $8 million donation, where he got that from? He's an atheist. Is that because he have morality? No. The guy, he went from a stage to stage, inviting him to South Korea, invite him in Saudi Arabia, invite him here and there, just because he donated $8 million. But the coward, he should donate all his software to the poor. I mean, do he need more money? That's not the morality. He is buying TV time. He want to be superstar. That is not morality. Morality is what the Bible says. When you give with the right hand, you don't let the left hand know. Actually, even your stupid Darwin, he says something about, like, you know, when you do charity or something right, and you don't let anyone know about it, later you find about it. I think I read something like this about it. So you fail to answer, you are upset. And upset, by the way, English is not my first language. Upset is like from the cowboy. As long as you are a specialist in animals, the cowboy, you know, when they put the thing on the, you know, the thing, you know, Joe Biden, they put the thing on the top of the thing, and then that thing, the horse, he jump like you go crazy. So they call him upset. Are you upset now because we put something in the top of your back? You try your best to confess us, or to convince us, sorry, that you are an animal. And then when we say, okay, we agree with you, you are a monkey, you get upset. This is all what atheism is about. They believe that they are a species, they are an animal. Any atheist, he is not agreeing that this is what atheism is, that you are just an animal, just another animal. So if we say to you, okay, you are an animal, you get upset. Like, what's wrong with you? You are fighting to prove it. You won. And you know, like the theory of evolution, which is based on racism, by the way, because Darwin, he taught that the white are supremacist, they are the successful race, and they will be able in the future to erase everybody. That's very normal to happen, according to Darwin. So he is a white supremacist, and he believes, even, you know, they put a human being in a cage to prove that he is they got an African person, imagine, they put him in a cage to prove that the origin of him is a monkey. Can you believe it, how ugly, disgusting this behavior is? So what is your morality? Is that morality? That's not morality. Somebody saying morality is based on culture and religion. You know, I don't know, like, this is not really accurate, because morality and culture is two different things. As an example, in Afghanistan, they bring little boy and they dress him as a girl to dance for them, and then after that they have sex with him. Is that morality for you? Don't mix between morality and culture. That is not a right thing to say. Sometimes people, they throw rocks, you know, they don't do what they are saying. That's absolutely not true. In the Middle East, we have the most ugly culture in the world, where a man, he can go sleep around because he's a man. But if the girl, she sleep around, they will kill her. Is that morality? That's not morality. That is hypocrisy. So don't mix things up, Mr. Hans. Enhance your thinking, please. Now, he could not answer anything, and I don't know if he is in the chat, and he have nothing to say except stupid things. But the question is to the atheist: why atheism fail? I mean, if we search right now, top famous scientists, we will find that they are not atheists, they are believers. Why they are believers? Why not all atheists are scientists and all scientists are atheists? Because if science is what atheism is about, well then we should have 100% scientists are atheists, and all those who are fool, they should be believers, correct, guys? But this is not the scenario. the most famous, scientists in the world, which we got the most amazing things around us, either they are Christian or Jews, and they are not atheists. And the most famous atheists we know, they brought nothing but disasters, like the communists, like Stalin, criminals, torture, jails, millions of people slaughters. You see, atheism made the crimes way more than, maybe, I don't know if we can compare to Muhammad. I think Muhammad, he beat atheists when it's come to crimes. But atheism, wage war in a human being and a human race, and caused the death of millions. In China, just until 2 years ago, a woman, she can have only one baby. And they take a part of her body so she cannot have any more babies. I mean, is that a human behavior? Is that a moral of the atheist? Yes, this is the atheist moral. So, atheism means dictatorship. Atheism means, if you don't agree with me, I will take you down. And look at you too. Each time we don't say that we have a guideline. Guideline. What is the guideline? What is exactly the guideline? Go to YouTube. You will find millions of videos of people are naked. If we read the statement in the hadith, YouTube says this is against our guideline, and we take our video down. There's millions of videos insulting Jesus, saying the F word to Jesus. When they say Muhammad is an idiot, they say to us this is against our guideline. Every single movie in the Hollywood garbage, they insult Jesus. So what we notice from atheism, they are nothing but a bunch of hypocrites. They say something and they believe in something else, and they practice something else, and they gang together. In the same time, they have nothing. There is no book. If I want to debate an atheist, I will debate him about what? He will say to me, the Bible says that the earth and the heaven are created in 6 days. He will say to me, prove that. I will say to him, okay, prove what you say too. Your atheist was there. The Big Bang Theory is a theory. This is what we are saying. Why those scientists, who they are studying your science, they did not accept atheism? Because if science really will lead to atheism, then all scientists should be atheist. But what we find is the opposite. Actually, if I show you now numbers, you will not believe it. How big the numbers of the atheist, I mean how small it is compared to the believers of the scientist, not just generals, generally speaking. So when we go and check very, like now, scientists of today, not yesterday, then we will find endless numbers of people who they are extremely well-known scientists, and they are very successful, and they are scientists, and they believe in God, and they believe in Jesus. But why they believe in that? I mean, come on, didn't this guy study biology? How a person who studied biology, he believe in God? How somebody is an astronomer, he believe in God? How somebody is an engineer, he believe in God? How somebody work in NASA, he believe in God? So your science failed. And look what happened. When an atheist, he gets sick, a little tiny virus made you have poo-poo in your pant. The whole world in chaos. What happened to your science? So we discovered that our science is a joke. It's a joke. Because a simple virus can kill all mankind. And then they claim that they can fight it. Can you? We will see. And you fight one virus, there's 1 billion virus will come. But look what happened here. They made a study, and this has nothing to do with it. This is PU Forum. I think this is an atheist website. They are studying about the believers. Who is the believers? So this is the percentage of scientists and atheists who they are disbelievers or believers. So the one in the green is the one who believe or have a belief, you know, and the light green is all of them. They are like supposedly Christians, you know, like you know, either Catholic, Protestant, etc. And the one who they are like dark green is like believers, but not for domination, something like that. And then the one is in blue is the atheist. Only 41% of the atheists, of the scientists, are atheists. You fail. You fail miserably. You fail. Among scientists here, they are saying 70% are atheist, 11% agnostic, 20% nothing, you know, they don't care really, or maybe they don't want to say. 4% they do not know. Those are the guys who have no idea. 10% other religion, which means they are believer but different religion, not Christians. Evangelical Protestant 4%, mainline Protestant 16%, Catholic 10%, Jewish 8%. You fail again. Your science could not make scientists leave God. Why? They are scientists. They study exactly the same books you study. They go to the same school you go to, and they get a degree, even maybe way higher than all those who have degrees. So how come your atheism is not functioning everywhere? So, to make it simple, if atheism is about being smart, then we should not find a smart atheist, and the majority of the believers of the scientists are believers. We should find the opposite. At least we should find like maybe 80% of scientists are atheists, and maybe 20% who they are stupid atheists, scientists, stupid, but with two brackets, stupid scientists. I mean, how that can be? Stupid scientists. Okay, where did it go? So it should be like maybe 5%, and the majority, 95% of the scientists must be atheists. Actually, it should be 100%, because science supposedly is against God. But look, your science failed miserably. And this is why your logic failed. And now if I ask you, and I want those who they are atheists, you know, I have nothing against you as an atheist, you know, and this is, but I believe atheism is something stupid. You know, when I was like a teenage growing, and I thought about everything. I thought about atheism too. You know, we go to school, our school, even in the Middle East, they teach us Darwin. Can you believe it? In our school, even in Islamic university, they teach the stupid Darwin. Darwin is the God. Darwin, he knows what's happening. Darwin, and then we find that this Darwin is an idiot. And you will notice that when somebody make a theory, and let us say we can practice a theory, and we make a study, we say, okay, this animal used to be like this and then became like that, but then that animal is still there. I will give you an example. So they will say that the first creature was a sail, one sail. Was one sail. Okay. And that sail took it millions of years to develop itself to be something. Okay, so, okay, no problem. Then the cell became 2, and then the cell became 3, and the cell became million cell, whatever, and then the body split and became 2 bodies, and this is how. So we will take an example, the permission. I don't know if I'm saying the word correctly. I'm using words I learned when I was in the Middle East, and we have it in Arabic, so I don't know what the correct name in English. So the permission is a single cell creature, present the simplest thing in life, and that creature split itself and became 2. Okay, you ask Darwinism, what is the purpose of change. They will say to you the need. Okay, wonderful. So because I need something, I have the evolution, right? The need of something. I have to adopt something. Okay. Look how stupid that story is. As long as the paramecium is little tiny cell and it still can split, and there's no need for it to create a penis. I mean, which one is easier? Excuse my language. Listen carefully. If this little, let me see if I can find this creature. Here we go. I found it, but in Arabic. Actually, I'm saying the word correctly. Okay. Give me a second. I will put it for you on the screen. You see, we are speaking science now. We are not making fictions, and we are not telling you about God. And you don't need to believe in God. Who cares if you believe or not? I mean, you are just a Abdul. Okay. I'm trying to find like how this, yeah, here we go. So, you know, but I will try to find it in English. Give me a second. I want to show it in the screen in Arabic. Let us use this one. Just for the purpose of education. And remember, this thing we are talking about is something you cannot see by eye. You have to see by microscope. All right. So this is the paramecium, which is a very simple cell. And this cell do not need sex, which means they don't need male and female and a sperm and egg, and you know, this is a cell. It became big in certain size, and then this cell will split itself to be two cells, which means will be two creatures. And this is how it keeps going on to make millions and millions of cells. So as long the evolution is based that when I need something, my body work for it, well, there is no need for this creature to be one day a creature, he have a penis, because already this creature, he is reproducing without sex. Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand the idea I'm saying to you? Are we listening? If we change because of the needs, right? The needs. The whole evolution is about it. Adopting, changing, you know, like we change, okay. So the alligator used to be a fish, and then the alligator came out because he want to go out in the land. So he adopt and he start using oxygen, you know, and he can still go fish and go under the water, blah, 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 blah. This is what they say. Okay, no problem. But if this is true, then we as a human too, we should be able to make wings. Human beings always like to have wings, would like to fly. And this is why we make airplanes. We could not make it by flying by our hands, so we made airplanes. And after, as long those atheists, they believe that a human being exists for millions of years, okay, how come we did not create wings? We have hands already. If we used to be monkeys, well, we have hands and we have legs. We need wings, man. And think about this. You used to be a little cell. And then the little cell said to herself, you know what? I'm going to make a penis. Excuse my language. And I'm going to tell another cell to make a vagina. And now we are going to make an agreement, both of us, that she will create inside her and like a kind of a machine. That machine will make eggs. And I am going to provide her with something called sperm. Okay? And let us meet after 2 million years. Now, after 2 million years, for sure, this is that the penis was not like this, you know, excuse me. The penis was so small, like it start like a mole in the skin. And then, brother, this mole started growing. Here we go, it was here. It became like, after 1 million years, became like this. Became like a little tiny hair. The female, she don't have a vagina yet. What she have? She have some lipstick there. I mean, come on, females, they like lipstick here. Okay, lipstick. Okay, let us meet after 2 billion years, you know, like, okay, hello, meet you, see you later, you know. You work in yourself to be male, I work in myself to be female. And we meet after 10 billion years. And then after 10 billion years, they send messages to each other, you know, using WhatsApp or Viber. You never know. I mean, those creatures, they are weird, you know. I mean, come on. He say, hey, how is your penis doing? The female, she said to this guy. This guy, he said, it's horrible. It's not a growing. I put all kind of fertilizer. So this guy, he go to Home Depot and he put fertilizer. Remember, evolution, evolution. So he put fertilizer. And he spray fertilizer all over the place here, like around it, because, you know, you cannot put it far away. And you have to put a certain amount, otherwise you will burn it. Especially it's so small. He put fertilizer, and then he said to her, how about your vagina? She said, oh, it's not working. It's not growing, you know. But I'm working in it, okay? All right. I'm eating diet food. Let us meet another 2 billion years more. And then after 2 billion years, they met and they found themselves Adam and Eve. True story. Evolution. I mean, come on. How many of you did not you have to be convinced, excuse my French. Imagine, guys, once I went to the French ambassador, honestly, and he was doing an interview with me to give me a visa. And I said to him, excuse my French. I don't know what does that mean. Later I learned that this is an insult to the French people. Oh boy. But still he gave me the visa, he laughed. Anyway. Please help this guy. Look on this guy. I don't know, what is that? What do you mean? Hello, look at this guy. Why don't we look at him? So anyway, my friends, I mean, a very simple thinking, you will find that this is impossible. Because, okay, there's a male and a female, and then how I can tell my body now, I don't want that part. How I can give such an order? How I can create a part? How I can make gender? This cell, she found out that she is blind. And she said to herself, I'm going to make eyes. But shouldn't first the cell knows what eyes mean before she can have eyes? Let me give her beautiful eyes. One eye is enough for now. Because remember, it's evolution, you know? Okay. How she will know that there is light and there is something I can see and there is something, it's called the mechanism, it's called eye. How she discover that? She received an inspiration from Darwin. You know what I'm saying? Remember, everything happened because of the needs, according to them. So what was the need? This creature survived, do not need to see. Live in liquid. Whatever liquid around, she lived from it. There's no need to see or to be seen. So how this creature decide to make an eye? How this creature, do you know how complicated the eye is? You see, if I turn my phone now and I show you, I go outside, you will not see anything. You will say to me it's dark. Okay, but with my eye I can see very good. Now for sure there's some cameras, they can, you know, they have a special ray technique, you can see in the night, blah blah blah, the heat, but still the eye is extremely the most wonderful mechanic design ever exist, because you can see the dimensions. It can even feel your eye, it even can feel your eye, it can feel the others, and it can present your feeling too. Your eye can go sad, your eyes can go happy, your eyes can have tears of happiness or sadness. How that evolution work? Why a creature who is, I mean, he is just a mechanic, you know, programmed, he need to cry. Why he crying? So all what those atheists they bring you is garbage, is extreme stupid garbage. And if this guy, he is in the chat, please tell me, I will open Skype for you. Default, let me see the chat. Can you respond to the claim that atheism is default stance of all Christians like myself, brainwashed? Well, you know, okay, how will I respond to this? This is a stupid claim. How you respond to something stupid? Look at this, what we are showing you. They cannot answer it, they cannot refute it. All what they have is a theory, and those theories have nothing to do with the truth. Okay, they used to be something, then they became monkey, and then the monkey became a human. But do we still have monkeys? Yes, we have monkeys. Do we still have a fly? Still we have a fly. Do we still have mosquitoes? We have mosquitoes. There was mosquitoes millions of years ago, according to scientists, yes. Why are there still mosquitoes? So, we can agree. Like, you know, the Bible speak about unicorn. Unicorn. How many atheists, they laugh at us when we say the word unicorn? Be honest, how many times you heard atheists laughing at the Bible speaking about unicorn? If you are a person who witnessed an atheist laughing at the Bible using the word unicorn, give me one. Anyone heard an atheist speaking about it? How many of you heard them making fun of the Bible saying such a thing? They say to you, where is this animal? You believe in unicorn? Actually, I believe once one of my cousin, you know, very smart cousin, said to me, the Bible believe in unicorn. I said to him, you're certified donkey. What if I show you that there is an animal is called with such a name, and he's exist? Ha 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 ha. They are copy paste the same as Muslims. They speak of science, but did not take them 2 seconds to go and search. In Arabic, we call this animal Wahid al-Qarn. True animals exist. Very well-known animal. But every single atheist, he says, the Christian believe in the unicorn. And the first thing they will show you is this. This is what the Christian believe. Ah, stupidity is amazing. Certified donkeys. You know, in China they say, he lived as a donkey, he never came back as a horse. So, if this animal disappear, and it's not exist no more, they will say, you see, Christians are stupid. Look what they talk about. Look what they say. Look what they believe in. Animals which are not exist. Fairy tale. Legion. And by the way, just to let you know, I'm not saying that my book is the book of science. You know, for me, science is... I have definition for science. Maybe different from all definition people have. Science is practicing something and learning from such a practice something else. When doctors, they try to fight what is called corona, what they do? They have a huge books and reference and studies for centuries and centuries and centuries, all in the top of each other. They need what we have today about viruses and etc. So after all what we learn about them, so now we learn about their nature supposedly. So how we can fight it? We practice some treatment and we try it to see if it works or not. So science is a practice of failure of 1,000 times or maybe 1,000,000 times and one success. That is science. Actually, scientists are people who fail all the time. Until one day they got success. Like when a scientist, he found the antibiotic medicine, it was by mistake. It was the thing growing on the I think it was an orange or bread, I forgot. It wasn't even as like the purpose of it. So science is a practice, and we should not be against science. We need science. We need doctors. This is why they exist. We need nurses. This is why they exist. We need medicine. This is why they exist. And even the Bible teaches about medicine. But we do not worship science. Everything in this earth is for the purpose of survival for those who they are inhabitants of this ground. And all those creatures, they hold one fingerprint of one creator. This is why there is similarity. If you look at this animal which we just mentioned to you, or some other similar animals, you will find that he have, I mean, a lot of things we share. You like it or not. I mean, you have a mouth, you have eyes, you have two eyes, you have one mouth. We don't have horn, he have horn. He have legs, you know, he have 4 legs because, you know, the way he walk. We have 4 body parts. We call them hands because we don't walk on them. So there's a lot of similarity. Why? Because the creator is one. You know, like in the art business, how they find out if this is this art paint is made by Picasso or somebody from those famous artists? They have their own technique, they have their own fingerprint on it, they have their own method. Even a human being, each one of us, he have his own fingerprint. Why God he made that, and how science can explain that? If all of us we are a copy of each other DNA, then we should all have one copy of skin, one copy of fingerprint, one color of the eye, and if you know, we should not be different in any way. But you will find that every human being is a unique person. Even snow, the flicker of a snow, not a single one of them is similar to the other one. Amazing. Even eyes, they are fingerprint, which means there's not a single eye is the same as other eye. We are not copy of DNA. That's a lie. We have the same DNA. We have the same number of DNA, but it's not the same in everything. Each one of us, he have a fingerprint of God in him. You are unique. You are different. If a criminal, he drop one of his hair in the crime scene, they can take that hair to the lab and they can discover that this is his hair. Do you know how many billion of a human being we have? Still, only you have the same exact hair. I mean, do you see how we can go in details? Your blood have a fingerprint. Your skin have a fingerprint. Your eyes have fingerprint. Your hair have fingerprint. Why? Because all of this is made by one author, one maker, one manufacturer, that is God. And those atheists, they come to us with nothing except theories. In the same time, atheism is very dangerous. Look what they did. There's a city, it's called Philadelphia. I don't know how many of you live in America. 90-something%, 90 maybe 5% is atheist. Go and see what happened to that city. People walk like zombie in the street. I'm not exaggerating. I'll try to find you some examples without breaking the copyright of those videos. My friend, look at this. This is a city. The city of the atheists, the biggest city of atheism. It's a city of zombies. For God's sake, go and watch the videos. What atheism did. So they fought the Bible. They don't want Bible in school. They don't want even Bible in hotel. They want to see cross in the street. It's an insult to us. Oh, we want to take the word God from the Constitution. Oh, we don't want to see the word God. They refuse to use the word God in the school. They teach the kids, God is a joke. Don't listen to this. And look what happened to the kids. Look what happened. Somebody saying USA is the country that buy most drugs. That is not really accurate information, my friend. You see, in USA, I can say USA have the most percentage of, let us say, a car accident. But because in this country, if somebody fart, he will be in the news. The news agency is here. You know, there is some rain somewhere. The guy, he go in a, like in the most deep spot, which is not really like flooding, and he make himself like, you know, he's dirty with the flood, and there's a wind is coming, but there's nobody else moving except him, you know. So he wear like white jacket to make the wind blow in his jacket, you know. Don't go there. Drugs is all over the world. And there's countries, they eat drugs more than food, like Afghanistan as an example. Egypt as an example. Middle East is flooded with the drugs. But the difference is that America is a powerful market for drug dealers. They have money. So don't go there. It's not because of, you know, this is not really true. And we are showing you here, you see, we are not defending America. You know, I don't take a side. I say the truth as it is. This is why I'm showing you what I'm showing you. In Yemen, they chew it. In Yemen, they chew drugs. They sit together. This is like a normal thing. Like if you have a guest come to your house, they chew it. They eat it. You know, they put it in their mouth and they chew it. It's called a got. You will see the Yemeni person. This is why you will not find one Yemeni person taking a picture and his mouth is not full with something. In case you do not know what I'm talking about, if you see a person from Yemen and his mouth look like this, did you ask yourself why their mouth like this? Because they cannot stay the whole day without having drugs in their mouth. The whole nation. You might think this guy, maybe he have something in his tooth. Like, what's wrong with his teeth, right? It doesn't, nothing wrong with his teeth. This is the drugs they chew all day long, the whole nation. Even now they are talking about politics, but they are chewing drugs. You have friends, you have family coming to your house. What do you put in front of them? The drugs. Look at it. This is a house. This is a family. This is fun for them. This is what they do. What American, you know, you see, there is a person, his name is Hassan al-Hashash. Hassan al-Hashash. I don't know if we can find the name in English. Let us see. This is where the word hashish coming from the Middle East. I will try to find. Come on. There we go. My keyboard again in the mood. Sometimes it works good, sometimes it doesn't. By the way, I'm very thankful for those people who send me emails saying, let me buy you the keyboard, etc. And always I refuse. And my friend, I complain because this is what happened, but I'm not asking you to buy me anything. If you like to support, just go and make a donation. But for sure, I appreciate those who care. Let us see. All right. So in Wikipedia, they call him the name. Let us see the English name of this person. I don't see really an equal name in English. I'm trying to find the name so you can search it. So here you have a like other name here. They call him Hassan al-Sabbah. So anyway, this person is the first, you know, he used the drugs as a method to conquer. So he bring Muslims to his castle. He's very rich, and he have women slaves, beautiful women. Those people, they do nothing, who they are living in the castle except having sex, drinking wine, and hashish. Only in the like noontime, around noontime, they have a class with the holy leader. He teaches them about the purpose of their existence. And then after a year, you live this fancy life where you do nothing, you don't work. You just eat, have sex, and have drugs. Then the leader, he will choose you, and he will say, you go and you kill this prince for me, because he refused to pay me. This man, he will send a message to the prince saying, or the king, or anyone, a rich person. You have 3 days, 4 days to pay me, let us say $1 million. For sure, at that time, there was no dollars, right? But just to give you an example. If you don't pay me, I will send somebody to kill you. So those are suicider. They go to die. They don't care. They want to go back to the castle. So he kicked them out. He said, you cannot come here back unless you kill that guy. And to make the mission successful, they kick out like a bunch of them, like 5, 6, 7. And each one of them alone, they tell him, you have to do it. So if the first one fail, or the first one, he changed his mind, he don't want to do it, or he was scared, he don't want to die, the second one will do it. If the second one would not do it, the third one will do it. And this is where the word assassin coming from. So even the word hashish is coming from there. Even the word assassin is coming from there. And those are the sect, it's called Al-Ismaili. And now their prince, he lives in Canada. And he's very famous, and he is very rich. And he is the grandson of this guy. And Trudeau, he meet with him every day. The Queen of England, she meet with him always. All kings in the world, they meet with him because he is extremely rich. Even though this is out of our topic, but it doesn't hurt to give you some education. Mr. Freedom Fighter, I don't know who are you, maybe you are a Muslim, saying, Christian, you pray to a human. That's a very funny thing to say, my friend. Because if we asked you, Jesus before he was born of a human, what he was, Jesus said, before Abraham, I am. Before Abraham, I am. So the existence of Jesus, the human, have nothing to do with the existence of Jesus, the God. You are silly, stupid like your prophet. However, what if I show you that you are the one who pray to a human? All the prayer of the Muslims, they go to Muhammad, not to Allah. You want to challenge me? This is the hadith saying all the prayer of the Muhammadan Abduls goes to Muhammad, not to Allah. He says, تُعْرَضُ عَلَيَّ صَلَاتَكُمْ. All your prayer, salat, not the blessing. The Lord translation says the word blessing. It says, أَكْثِرُوا عَلَيَّ مِنَ الصَّلَاةَ فِيهِ فَإِنَّ صَلَاتَكُمْ مَعْرُوضَ عَلَيْهِ. فَقَالُوا يَا رَسُولَ اللَّهِ وَكَيْفَ تُعْرَضُ صَلَاتُنَا عَلَيْهِ. Messenger of Allah, how our prayer will be displayed for you, submitted to you. So who is the one who prayed to a human? Are you there, Abdul? Who is the one who prayed to a human? It's you. All your prayers submitted to Muhammad. So who's God? Same time, even your God is a man, as Muhammad described him. Muhammad described the difference between a Dajjal Allah. The only difference between them is one eye. Right? Do you see it? What is the difference between a man and Allah? A man, his name is Al-Masih al-Dajjal, which means he will claim to be the Messiah. Okay, you just said the Messiah is a man. It's your text. Let me remind you of what you said, you idiot. A guy will come and he will say, I am the Messiah. That's wonderful. He's a liar. Okay. You're a prophet saying, be careful. The Masih al-Dajjal, he is one eye, Allah is not. That's mean your God, Allah is one eye. It's two eyes, he's a man. Muhammad is worried that you will be confused between him and the false Messiah. But the false Messiah is a man, so why would we be confused unless Allah is a man too? So those Muslims, they come and they you know, they poo-poo. They do poo-poo. They have no idea what they are talking about. You know? If your God is not a man, you will not compare between him and a man. And you will not be worried that they will think that he is Allah, and the only difference between him and Allah is one eye. And this is the hadith, which is very sahih, saying the difference between Allah and the false Messiah, the Antichrist, is one eye. By the way, both of them, they have two eyes. But the Dajjal, his eye is damaged. So who is the one who worship a man? So my friends, I hope today we gave enough to the atheist. You know, I don't consider you in my program to debate you because you are not worth it. Honestly, atheism is so stupid even to debate. And if you want to say to me atheism and science, they connect, we just showed you numbers that the majority of scientists are Christians, not atheists. So even there you lost. Even there you lost. If one day you are able to make all scientists atheists, then I will say you did not fail, really. You are successful to have more foolish people around you. But until now, as you see, you are suffering from big failure, you and your atheism. And if you believe in evolution, that a chicken became an elephant, or you used to be a human, or used to be a monkey and became a human, well, you need to explain to me how the morality have evolution too. That's a stupid idea to believe in, because morality have nothing to do with evolution of a body. That's nothing to do with it. And always you fail in that part too, because if you say to me I have morality, I ask you from where you get that. Is that the evolution thing? What? Right? In the same time, you know, actually atheism and Islam, they are somehow they are like in agreement in some places. As an example, you know, the Quran teach that Allah, he cursed the Jews and he made them pigs and monkeys. Atheist is the opposite. Atheists want to convince you that the monkey, the human, he himself, he used to be a monkey and now he is a human. But you know, this is stupid to say, because if you used to be a monkey, then you just changed and you're still a monkey. This is why you see the picture I posted in the thumb. It says he was a monkey, he's still a monkey. You see, evolution does not mean you became a human. You will not become different species. You just a monkey. Evolution will not make you a new species. Do you understand, people? Evolution does not make a new species. Evolution is the same species is changing. So if he is convinced that he used to be a monkey, then he is still a monkey. Are we listening? This is why in the picture I posted in the thumb for my video, it says atheist wins. He was a monkey, and he's still a monkey. Did you get my idea now? Actually, if you look at Darwin, honestly, he looked like a monkey. Look at him. Look at the eyes. So you win. This is why I don't debate atheists. They have nothing to debate about. It's silly belief, you know. It's just, there's no even belief, and you don't even know what they believe. Once an atheist, a smart atheist, he was debating me, and he got me busted, you know. He said, "Christian Prince, do you like banana?" I said, "Sure, I love banana." He said, "See, I should not say that. I mean, because I love banana, and I could not resist to say right away fast, like I was so fast, says, but after I said that, I regret, because the atheist, he won the debate now." He says, "See, you like banana. You go back to your roots. That's it." You cannot win with an atheist. Atheism is not even worth to debate. And not only that, I have a good news for you. Before you die, one day you will get sick, you will say, "Oh God, help me. Oh God, just wait. Just wait. All your atheism will disappear in your pant. You will dump your atheism in the toilet seat. Suddenly you will say, 'Oh God, please help me, God. You know, God, I believe in you. Help me. Just do anything, please. God, I will believe in you. Just save me from this, you know.'" Yeah. You Christian criticize Muslims here who give you guarantee that you will go to heaven. None of you follow the rules. That's because you are stupid, you idiot. Following the rules does not take you to heaven, because if following the rules will take us to heaven, then only those who follow the rules will go to heaven. This is your statement, right? And as a Muslim, you are a Muslim, right? According to your prophet, he says, "Kull ibn Adam khata." Every son of an Adam is a sinner. So your prophet, he answered you, you idiot. Based on your statement, every son of an Adam is a sinner. So the one who follows the rules, he will not, he's not exist. So how you will go into heaven in Islam then? This is why I say when Muslims they speak to me, they don't give me like refutation. They go like he have a load in his back and he dump, like, you know, whatever dump he have, like popo, duktu, popo, susu, kuku, he pee, I don't know. You idiot. If every human being is a sinner, even in your religion, that's mean nobody follow the rules. So it is not sin will not make you not to go to heaven. It is you not fighting the sin and not asking for forgiveness. Because if sin will not make me to go to heaven, who of us here did not commit sin? If there's any. The Bible says only God is good. Only God is good. And that is Jesus, my friend. Even your funny prophet Muhammad, he is a sinner. In the Quran, chapter 19, verse 19, it says, Jesus, the Holy Son, he's a holy. Holy who? Son. Son of who? Of God. The Muslims, they say son of Mary, but you belong to your father, not to your mother. Even the Quran says, "Idda'uhum bi asma'i abaihim," call them by the names of their fathers. If we go in the Quran, we will find Muhammad making a statement claiming that Allah is talking, which is very stupid to say. And the statement saying, "Oh Muhammad, may Allah forgive your sin." Do you see it? So based on your statement, those who commit sin, they don't go to heaven because they don't follow the rules. Well, Muhammad don't follow the rules. He told you go and marry 4, he have unlimited. He was a child molester. He go after his own son, wife, and he flirt with the wife when the husband was away. He kidnap women, he rape women, he steal. He is a caravan rider. I mean, should I count? Endless. Your prophet said, don't listen to music. Like, what the heck? But every single Muslim, you listen to music. Don't make pictures. Every single Muslim make pictures. According to your prophet, the one who make pictures or he take pictures, Allah will bring him in the judgment day and he will force him to blow in it to make him created as a punishment, and he will send him to hell. Why you are insulting us? Why you always insulting us? Cannot you talk like a human being to you Muslims? Thank you very much for saying that. This is a good statement. So when I say to you the truth, you get insulted. But you calling me pig in the Quran is not insult. Just to show you the hypocrisy of those Muhammadan. You call me pig in the Quran is not an insult. You call me an animal in the Quran is not an insult. You call me kafir, which means somebody a liar, he hide the truth, is not an insult. You're a prophet saying when you see a Christian in the street, spit in his face and force him to walk in the sewage and don't greet him with peace. That is not an insult. When the Quran chapter 9 verse 29 says, fight the Christian, kill the Christians and force them to pay the jizya and they are humiliated and subdued. How hypocrite you are. Look who is talking about insult. So you are upset from the word idiot, but they are not upset from calling us pigs and monkeys. You are not upset from calling us najas. Najas, how dare you? Hypocrites. You are the same as the Pharisees who can swallow a camel and they don't notice it. But they will say, look, 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 there is a hair there. There's a hair. I saw a hair. Hypocrite people. You're a prophet. He ordered you to insult the Christians. What kind of a prophet this prophet is? Well, Jesus says when you see somebody, somebody he slam your face, give him the other cheek. Muhammad, he says when you see a Christian or a Jew or a Hindu or a Buddha in the street, spit on him. Force him to walk in the sewage. You have to bother him. You have to harm him. Is that your prophet talking or me? And then you give me a speech about respecting us? What a hypocrite. Munafiq is you. Here we go. He just called me names. He's insulting me. He's asking me not to insult. And now he's insulting me, calling me Munafiq. Let us see who is the Munafiq. You know what Munafiq is? Munafiq is someone say something and do something else. That is you Muslims. Because you follow Islam. This is the chapter 3, verse number 28 in the Quran. Read with me and die laughing. Let us see who is the Munafiq, the hypocrite. The religion of hypocrisy is the religion of Islam. The religion of Satan, satanic cult. The only cult in the world teach you can lie is Islam. I never study any cult. Say you are required to lie, and that is a holy lying. Who is the Munafiq? Who is the hypocrite? Follower of the devil Muhammad. Read carefully with me. This is the religion of Muhammad, chapter 3, verse number 28. And look, I'm not showing you to a Christian Prince interpretation or not a Christian Prince translation. This is what they teach in the school. This is the official government of the filthy king, the king of Jordan. Who every single king in the West and America, Joe Biden, he said, thank you, the king of Jordan, for helping us. He's just our potato. He's our puppy. No wonder he is so bad and he is so corrupt. He is descendant from Muhammad, according to them. Let the believer not to take the non-believers. Okay, the hypocrite, and the Quran calls hypocrite. You cannot take the hypocrite as a believer. Look at this. And then he says to them, you cannot take the Christians or the Jews as a friends, okay? And the one who take them and become might and honorable, who is sincere to take us as a friend, he do that, seeking might and honor by taking the hypocrite and disbelievers as a friend. He has no connection with Allah. Go and see the Sheikh Uthman shaking hands with the David Wood, the one who ate the Quran and the one who made movies about Muhammad, shaking hands and give him five and taking selfie and give him hug and call him my friend. Why you do that? They will say to you, no, he don't mean it. He is a liar. Sheikh Uthman is practicing taqiyya, brother. Who is the munafiq? The hypocrite? You. Every single one of you. If you practice Islam, this is your religion in front of you. And look what it says. The one who mean to have a friend as a Christian, he has no honor, no mercy, no protection, which means the Muslim will kill him. So how the king of Saudi Arabia says, American our friends? How the Prince of Qatar, the leader of the Muslim Brotherhood, he opened the biggest bases for American Marines in the world. And he paid for it. How Erdogan, the Muslim leader, the one who prayed to Allah, he have 3 American bases in his country. When the Quran says in chapter 5 verse 51, take not Christians and Jews as a friends, and the one who take them, he is one of them. Read carefully. It says, the one who made, he has no honor, no connection, no protection from Allah, no mercy, which means we kill him, we rape his wife. But yet, if you guard yourself against them, okay, save yourself from them. Take it as we are security. Saving yourself from them by speaking in a friendly way toward them with while your heart just like this. Do you see it? So they go to Christian naive people, they say to them, we are friends. Islam teaches us to love everybody. Islam teaches us to respect everybody. Yes, brother. He call you brother. But in his heart, the devil is there. And this is not my words. As you see, this is the Quran. Do you have a response, Abdul? Are you there? Who is the hypocrite? This is the Satan himself. A Satan who teach people to lie to each other, and in their heart they should hate you. We Christians, we don't hate Muslims. No, I will never hate them. Why I want to hate them? But you as a Muslim, you have to hate us. So you are the one who is a munafiq. Every single one of you who follow this is a munafiq. And if you don't follow this, you are not a Muslim. As you see, it says, the one who don't follow this, he has no connection with Allah. So a true Muslim is someone who hate, but in his heart, if he could not say it in his mouth, as if he live in America or something, but in his heart, he hate you, but in his lips, he say nice things to you, and the proof in front of you. Am I making things up? This is the official government of the King of Jordan, owned by the king, which is a piece of garbage. And this is a clear proof that Islam is the religion of the devil. If it's not from the devil, will not teach to hate against other people. And Jesus is the only true God, for he says, love the Muslims, love the Buddhists, love the Hindus, love everybody. Love your enemy, bless them, bless those who curse you. That is teaching of Jesus. This is why wherever Islam goes, Muslims run away. Even you Muslim, you run away from Islam. How many Muslims they come to Europe every year? Why you don't go to Saudi Arabia? Why you don't go to Libya? Why you don't go to Syria? Why you don't go? You know, they don't want to go there. They don't want to live between Muslims. There's no life for them in a Muslim country. Every single Muslim, he dream to run away, to escape Islam. This is the truth. And then they come to England and says, we love Islam, we are Muslims. Hypocrites. Yesterday I saw in the news a Muslim girl, she is dating a person, he is a Christian, or maybe, I don't know, he is not a Muslim. That's what the news is saying. And obviously they are, you know, sleeping together. The family of this Muslim girl, 6 of them, they chase the girl, they want to kill her. They bunch her, they beat her, she is a brightness, you know, they want to, you know, they beat her, the police came, they arrest him, all of them. And they ask the girl, why they are doing this to you? She said, because I am going out with someone is not a Muslim. They come to this country. They dream to come to this country. When their girls and their daughters, they go into school, they wish to go back to Jordan. They wish to go back to Egypt. They wish to go back. Oh my gosh, she is having a noise. Abnu, and your boyfriend, he is not a Muslim. All of those who they are coming to the West and they are Muslims, in 10 years from now, they will regret. Or they have to live as a Western people. Just wait. That's why those Muslims who they claiming to be conservative, they act like they go to school, they watch their daughter, and their daughter, they sleep around, but in front of their father they come home and they are wearing hijab. Do you remember the lady? Her name is Foxy. Who remember Foxy? Anyone remember Foxy? Foxy is a Canadian woman. She converted to Islam because her boyfriend is a Muslim, and she liked to associate with Muslim boyfriends. She made a video speaking about reality. She's a Muslim now, supposedly. She said, those Muslim men, they are hypocrite. When they want to marry a virgin girl. And then she said, but who is a virgin? All those Muslim girls I know, they go and they take it in, I don't want to say the word, in the wrong location. Go watch the video. She said the truth. All of them, they are not virgins. Number one product in the Middle East is virgin again, or virgin surgery. They fly to Thailand to make them virgin again. Hey mom, I want to go to Thailand before my wedding party. Anyway, so my friend, by his name we are victorious, and we will not hate the Muslims, and we encourage you all not to hate them. We hate the devil. We hate lies. You know, fight the lies and don't focus in a person. Those are poor people. They are misleaded and they are victims. And you know, war is war. Like, you know, Taliban, they are criminals. They are evil. They will fight them, and we defeated them always, and they will never win. Look at them. They're miserable. Even now, we are in the heart of Kabul. Taliban don't dare to say we want to kill American. Don't dare. Don't dare to say we support Daesh. They changed. They became good infidels. Good believers, sorry. They became good Taliban suddenly. The Shia, they celebrate just a few days ago, Ashura. The Shia, they celebrate in the heart of Kabul, imagine. And Taliban, they were watching. They did not even dare to touch them. Do you see how hypocrite they are? Who is the hypocrite? They say they are teaching for the last 20 years that the Shia is kuffar. And then when they are in the office, suddenly Shia, they are okay. A Muslim convert killed his own 18-year-old son because he became a Christian. I don't know about this story. Well, you hear tons of stories, my friend. And the one who ever killed in the name of Jesus, he will be in heaven. Don't cry for a person who died for the sake of his belief. He will have the glory. He is in a special place. I heard actually that the Muslims, they reported a Christian from Indonesia after a debate. He is an ex-Muslim. He destroyed the Muslim in a debate, and they called the police for him and they arrested him. So if you are an Indonesian, you should make a video about this, translate in English, and we can send it to churches, and those churches, they can call, and they call the congressman, and we can make a movement to check with the Indonesian government, because Indonesian government, by the way, in case you do not know, they are under like they are subdued to USA. They don't dare even to say no to USA. They claim to be Islamic government and Islamic army and Islamic potato tomato. You know that. You know the thing. But in reality, they are potatoes. This government is under the command of USA. So Be active. If you are Indonesian who is an Indonesian American, call your congressman, call the Senate. And here in America, you can talk to anybody. Nobody can say no to you. You can call the congressman office and he have to talk to you. Let them hear your voice. And let us protect those who need our help. So, my friend, glory to the Lord. We are always victorious. And no atheism can hurt us. And Islam is a joke. And we prove it every day. And my offer for those who challenge to debate me, and instead of saying to me, show your face, will show you a phone call and call me. Stop being afraid and terrified and scared. People who watch this video today, if you are an atheist, my friend, atheism is not right. Atheism is misleading. And time will come, you will become old, and you will see how wrong you were. Do you see those, let me mention to you some names you know. David Wood and Anthony Roger. Do you know that both of them, they used to be atheists? They love atheism. They spend their life atheist. Go and ask them what happened. Atheism is dark. No future, no hope. Actually, even according to science, that those who have a belief, they can fight illness way better. Can you believe it? Pure science. This is not about religion now. Even according to science and scientists, you can go and search right now that those who have a belief, they can fight and they can survive better than those who have no belief. That's why Jesus said, believe in a stone, you will recover. Stone, it's a stone. But he was talking about the stone. He is the stone. He is the cornerstone. Believe, my friend, can save you. Somebody might say to me, oh, somebody have a cancer. He's a believer. He die. Still his belief save him. Will save him from a lot of misery before he die. A person who have a belief, he is sure where he will go. He is sure that he is not dead. He is sure that he will survive. He have a better survival. He die happy. There's a monk who spent his life serving the people, praising God, serving the poor. And he's dying. He's like 80 something. They brought a doctor for him. And the doctor, he looked at him and he came out. He says, I think your friend, he lost his mind. They said, why? He said, well, I don't know. I told him you have a few hours to live. And he laughed. He smiled. They said, why you don't go and ask him why he smiled? He said, that's a good idea. I really became curious. So the doctor went back and he said to him, you know, I have a question, you know, I just told you you have maybe a few hours to live. And he gave me a big smile. You are so happy. How come? He said to him, son, all my life I'm waiting for this day. And you just told me in a few hours I will meet my Lord. So what you should be? So death for a believer is the moment of happiness, not the moment of sadness. Death of a believer is a new life. Death of an atheist is miserable. He's scared, he's terrified. They will put him under the dust. That's it. He's gone. And now, if you don't believe in God, you don't believe in God. What if God is true? Oh boy, in the top of the grave, I will go to hell. A believer, my friend, he have a better life. A believer, he have a better death. A believer, he enjoy things in different level. Even when he eats food, he feels he is not alone. He prays the Lord. He says, thank you, Lord, this is amazing. When he sees a beautiful view, he says, thank you, Lord, I'm not a fool, I appreciate you. He enjoys it in different level. A level of eyes, a level of spirit, a level of heart, and then the brain will enjoy it. A believer, he have a joy which an atheist cannot see. Neither a Muslim, because both of them, they are atheists. For anyone who worship the wrong God is a fool. That's what the Bible says. And foolishness, my friend, is our enemy. That's why I said to you, don't hate the Muslims. Hate the ignorance of the Muslims. The Bible says, my people have been destroyed because of their ignorance. He did not say because of, you know, anything, just ignorance. I mean, look at this word, ignorance. And how much this word is covering. My nation perish. They are totally perish because of their ignorance. A believer, he wake up in the morning and he say, thank you, Lord, for whatever we have. In our sickness, in our happiness, in our sadness, he is still in good hands. He don't feel alone. And one of the most horrible things a human being he suffer from is when he feel alone. A believer, he don't feel alone, for he never was alone. With Christ, you are not alone. Your belief will accompany you. And Christ, he said, every two of you mention my name, I will be between them. So right now as we speak, he is listening to us. An atheist, he have nothing, nobody is listening to him. He's a person who worship himself. He play yoga. Yoga, the art of selfie. That's why I warn Christian, by the way, from the yoga. Yoga is very bad thing to practice. I know that some Christian schools and churches, they say to you, yoga is wonderful. That is stupid to say. Because the whole point of yoga is to forget everything around you and to focus on yourself. And that is totally against Christ's teaching. Christ's teaching is about to forget about yourself and to focus on everything around you. The same as Christ, he gave himself, you give yourself. So a father, he loves his family. He don't focus on himself, how tired he is. He focuses how he can make his children happy, how he can make his wife happy. That is a Christ-like, not a yoga person. A woman, she focused not in her beauty because she want to have a skin to be proud in front of her friends. A woman, she focus how her family is beautiful. If her family is beautiful, she is a beautiful woman. If her family is not, she is not. Because what kind of success you have in your life if you could not have a beautiful family? If you are so pretty by face, but life around you is ugly, where is your success? You spend your day to go to the salon and doing your nails, but you have no time for your child, and then now he's taking drugs? My friend, with Christ, we have a goal and we have a success. With him, we have comfort. He said, I will never leave you alone. I will send you the comforter. We have the comforter with us. And if you are a believer, he is with you. With this, I want to say to you, thank you all for being here. I apologize. Sometimes my English does not help me to explain everything I want to say, to express what I wanted to say. But I use my little limited English. I hope it's working. I hope it's doing good. I pray that the Lord, He will make my little English enough for you to understand what I wanted to say. We praise Him. He loved us before we loved Him. He chose us before we chose Him. He is with us before we became with Him. He gave Himself to us before He asked us for any return. How beautiful He is. Can we be like Him? That is a question. I will leave it for you. Don't be like the atheist. Don't be like those who worship and kiss stones. Be real. The real Christ, let Him glorify through you. Love the Muslims, don't hate them. Feel for the atheist. They are misleaded. Don't be a hateful machine. Hate will kill you, will not help you. Hate is our enemy. Let us conquer hate. Let us destroy hate. Let us have the love of Christ, replacing the hate in this earth. If all of us, we practice one sentence of Christ, love your enemy, there's no enemy left. There's no criminals, there's no rapists, there's no thieves, there's no killers, and there's no homeless. One sentence, not a book. One sentence of Christ, nobody dared to say. 2,000 years ago, who dared to say love your enemy? Give me a break. Who dared to say it even now? Love your enemy. Imagine somebody go to United Nations, says, and he's a leader, love your enemy. People will laugh at him. What are you talking about? We have nukes waiting for you. We have armies. We are spending billions and trillions of dollars, and people are dying from hunger because we have a lot of enemies. One sentence of Christ will solve all the problems. Not a book. 3 words. 3 words. Love your enemy. And in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, I say, may the Lord bless your Sunday. And now it's Monday for many, including me. Until I see you again, thank you. God bless you. And I really appreciate your support and your prayer. And God is good. Soon we pray to meet again. Take care. Bye-bye.